I'm Paul Amwerda and I'm here with Derek Joyce, and this is I'm Not the Expert But. This is a podcast where we discuss everything from the most complex topic that we know nothing about to the simplest topic that we probably also know nothing about. So put the kettle on, make yourself comfy and join us. Right, so we're rolling over 10th, Del. It's day 2. You ready to rock and roll, yeah?
I'm only after getting here. I was fucking working. You were spending your time in a bleeding tent.
It's festivals day 2, guys. And actually, just as we sit down to record this, Del, Oasis tickets went on sale this morning. That was the big news this week. Oasis are reforming. I don't really give a shit. Will you be going to see Oasis, Del? Because I know you have a new bucket list.
I have a new bucket list, which we'll get to. Oasis are not on it.
No.
And I heard whispers of something like, and you know, it could be clickbait bullshit, of tickets being 300 quid.
Yeah, there was something like that. That was for their gigs here in Crow Park in Dublin. I don't know what they are elsewhere.
I'm prepared to accept 300 quid as payment for me going to their gig. Fuck that
I might pay 300 quid if I'm sitting on the fucking amp at the fucking front of the stage or something.
What are you looking for, an orgasm?
Funny.
No, I wouldn't go.
No, I wouldn't.
Not a fucking chance.
Now listen, don't get me wrong. I liked Oasis back in the 90s. I love Blur. And I just think Blur are just a far superior band. And they've proved that over the last kind of 20 years.
Musically, they were.
Yeah, and they stayed relevant. They reinvented themselves. You know, every album sounds different. Whereas Oasis was just fucking rinse and repeat. Fucking copy the Beatles and, it just became really
they've a couple of songs I like.
Oh, don't get me wrong. They've got 2 really good albums. Definitely Maybe and What's the Story were great albums.
I remember what was that song? Columbia off.
Yeah, off Definitely Maybe.
And the one after that, Supersonic.
Yeah, it's not bad, I suppose.
I liked Columbia better.
Yeah, no, they have got
and
some.
After their
Live
What's
Forever,
the Story,
whatever. They've got some great fucking songs.
Didn't like that at all.
I love Live Forever.
The only song I liked off that second album, If That was, What's the Story, their second album?
Yeah,
was Hello. The first song.
Yeah, no, I thought it was a great album.
No,
honestly, but everything after that was just musical masturbation, as far as I'm concerned. It's fucking dreadful. There's 1 or 2 kind of catchy pop songs on Be Here Now, but other than that,
I don't think musical masturbation is a very fair thing to say.
I think that's exactly what it was.
Musical wank is a better thing to say.
Well, yeah, musical wanking. Yeah, that's literally what it was. Like, it was just...
And I know they're the same thing, but just...
It was just so fucking samey.
No, I didn't like it. Not into them.
Yeah.
Anybody that's listening to this and saying, fuck you, man, I like Oasis. I apologise, that's your choice.
I don't. Fucking Team Blur for life.
Not even Team Blur. I'm not even Team Blur. I'm a big smelly rocker.
Yes,
that's what I am.
Del, you are.
Speaking of which, and I didn't get to fucking see them. My brothers went to see AC/DC.
Nice. Nice. I believe it was a great gig.
I watched some of the video on YouTube.
Like, I wouldn't be a huge fan of them now, but...
Awesome.
They're an iconic fucking band. In the same way as I suppose Oasis are in some sense, but no, there's just... Like, there are 1 or 2 bands that, even if you're not a massive fan of them, like, it's kind of a bucket list kind of thing to see them, and I suppose AC/DC will be in that bracket.
I saw AC/DC in, I think it probably would have been 95 or 96 or something like that.
Where was that, in Cork or something?
Or was it 97? No, they were in The Point.
Oh, okay.
Fair back, yeah.
Small enough
My
fucking venue, that.
was from Northern Ireland.
Okay.
And they cancelled up there for whatever reason, and she had 4 tickets. Bring somebody, and we'll go and see them in The Point. And we went. I brought my brother, and it was just deadly. And they, at one point, because we didn't listen to them much when I was smelly rocker back in the day, I was all Slayer and
and you still are there.
And
let's be honest.
But they were just... It was the Wrecking Ball tour, and I'm pretty sure it was, because I remember him swinging on a ball and chain, like the lead singer. No, and he wasn't doing it fucking lustfully or sexually or anything like that. Just this outfit swinging on this, and I was like, he's ancient, and that ancient fella is now after playing Croak.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, it's nuts.
And they were just deadly. But it sounded really, really good.
It's actually interesting that you say that kind of themed, kind of tour or whatever. Fucking Lemmy, that's Motorhead, is it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. He's the English guy, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, they done a fucking, I don't know, it was the Lancaster bomber tour or something where they had like a full mock-up of a Lancaster bomber. And they took it to fucking Dresden. They took it to fucking Dresden, and fucking Lemmy, cool as you like, walks on stage and goes, "Good evening, Dresden. Bet you haven't seen one of these in a while." Fucking hell.
You can't laugh at yourself, man. You're not right to laugh at anybody else.
I'm not laughing.
That's deadly.
The RAF literally fucking levelled fucking Dresden during the Second World War, as you know.
Yeah.
Imagine the guy saying that. But
want.
anyway, there you go, Lemmy. Yeah, he was a legend. Fucking legend.
Rest in peace, Lemmy.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, fucking Jesus.
Yeah, I know.
That's class.
On to your bucket list, Al. What have you got? New festivals.
The best festivals that you haven't heard of.
I mean, you're an old bastard as well. So I mean, you'd want to be. I said you're an old bastard now as well. So you'd want to be getting a move on this bucket list,
Yeah. Well, when I'm retired, I'll have all this time just to fucking wander around these festivals.
Yeah, well, that's true. Yeah.
But best festivals that we've all heard of, and some that we haven't. And if I get this wrong, bear with me. And this actually sounds like something out of fucking Lord of the Rings, but it's not.
Okay. Oh, I think I know where you're going here, actually.
Donauwayne Selfest is in Vienna in Austria.
Right. Okay.
And it was established in 1984.
Right. So
not one of the most popular worldwide, but it's definitely one of the biggest. Donauwayne Selfest has recorded an attendance of 3 million people.
Wow. Like for a single?
No, it's a festival. So it may be over. Oh no, but it's not one single thing. There's probably multiple stages, much the same as Glastonbury.
Yeah, no, but I mean for a single fucking year, not not a cumulative crowd of 3 million. So just for one fucking year, wow.
Yeah.
3 million, you said?
3 million.
That's fucking insane.
The open air event spans 4.5 kilometers, has 11 stages and 16 areas with tents.
That's fucking savage,
Isn't that
man.
Deadly? That'd be amazing.
Well, it depends who's on. I mean, you can fucking have 16 stages of shite, you know what I mean?
Well, it's like what we were saying. The way you tune into Glastonbury if you don't get to go, and you turn on BBC Two or whatever it is, and you're watching all the other stages.
Exactly, you're probably better off. I know you can't fucking beat the live experience and being there and whatever, but you really have to pick and choose what you go and see if you go to one of these festivals, because you're not gonna fucking see everything, and you're gonna have to sacrifice bands that you want to see.
That's what we did when I went to Glastonbury. There were just things that you didn't get to see.
Yeah.
Didn't get to see Billy Bragg. Got to see the Prodigy.
No way.
So, all that. But I saw
Bragg.
Billy Bragg years later in Vicar Street.
Yeah. That was like us at the only festival I've been to witness that we talked about in the first episode. We were literally front row at the main stage, so we weren't fucking moving. But we did eventually actually move because I wanted to see Paul Weller.
Yeah, you were
made it in just as he finished fucking That's Entertainment. I seen the last fucking 30 seconds of his fucking gig. And then we bet our way back to the front
Billy
again.
Bragg do That's Entertainment as well.
Oh, okay, there you go.
Yeah, he did it in Vicar Street. Yeah.
But but it is one of my big fucking regrets is that I didn't get to see Paul Weller, but I did get to meet him backstage, so that was different. That was kind of cool.
Donauwayne Selfest, and I could be pronouncing them wrong.
And can you spell that for me, Dad? Because I don't fucking clue what you're saying.
DONAUINSELFEST.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
Originally started as a one-day event to promote the town of the same name in Vienna in Austria. It was estimated that it would accommodate 15,000 when it opened that year, but ended up with about 160,000.
Jesus, that's a bit of an underestimation, isn't it?
It then became an annual event that just got bigger and bigger.
Bigger, and it's 3 million fucking people.
It's rock, pop, EDM, rap, folk music, and a bunch of other
I was about to say,
genres.
what the fuck is EDM? It's electronic dance music, isn't it? Yeah. Sorry,
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Please
Sounds like a good one, man, yeah.
BDM? Why is that in my head?
BDM?
Yeah, anyway.
Bondage.
Yeah, moving quickly
Bondage, domination, and masochism.
I'm sure it's not that. The best bit Local artists are picked to perform at the festival, having previously won a Rock the Island contest.
Okay.
Held throughout the year leading up to the festival.
Cool.
So it's like this fucking thing
Eurovision for good bands.
The Britain's Got Talent shit.
Yeah.
But
with good bands.
And there might be some that suck. But the winner has an objective.
Yeah.
You know what? They see something at the end of all this.
Jesus, that's something like fucking the likes of Electric Picnic could really fucking tap into that.
Big time.
You know, that'd be because fucking Irish crowds love a homegrown brand.
Yeah.
You know, like we love a homegrown.
Speaking of homegrown, I'm going to see the Fontaines DC in December.
Awesome. I know some of their stuff. But do you know where I really know them from? They sponsored the Bohemians away gear 3 years ago.
Oh, okay.
They literally had their name on the fucking jersey. Yeah.
I'm going to. They're very. They're like a very. They sound like Whipping Boy to me.
Yeah.
They're very Dublin band.
Big time. Yeah.
They're great. They're fucking deadly. And I'm going to see the Australian Pink Floyd in December, which I'm sure I told you about last time.
I'd love to go and see them. Yeah, that's savage, man. Would you be into going to see Kneecap?
I don't know.
Yeah, I've listened to some of their stuff. I know people who are fucking obsessed with them, but I'm dying to see their movie, in fairness.
I like some of their stuff, but I don't. I like.
I mean, a lot of it's off scale, having a clue what they're saying. Like, you know what I mean?
And I don't mind. If it's entertaining and it's good, I like it. But I don't like enough rap that I'd listen to a whole album.
Yeah.
So I don't know if I want to go and see a gig.
Yeah, no,
I like classical music, but I don't like classical music enough to want to listen to a whole fucking album.
Yeah.
Or a whole.
And I love
fucking evening of it.
Yeah, no, I love fucking film scores, as you know. So there's one coming up actually in the National Concert Hall. It's the music of Hans Zimmer versus the music of John Williams. So I might go and see that. That'd be my cup of tea now, big time, you know.
I would go and see.
I'd rather that than Oasis.
If it was Hans Zimmer.
Yeah,
I'd go and see it.
It's Hans Zimmer versus John Williams. It's not him himself. No, it's the RTE Concert Orchestra playing the music of John Williams and Hans Zimmer.
No,
Hans Zimmer did play the Tree Arena last year.
Yeah, I know.
And tickets were more expensive than what Oasis are.
I'd have paid that.
It's fucking serious money, like.
Yeah, it is. You have to be rich, which I'm not, but I would have found it somewhere. So the festival serves as a platform for lesser known acts, which is fucking deadly.
Yeah, that's a really cool
idea. And that's how that's how you build a franchise.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's not just putting out we're gonna have such at the Electric Picnic.
And I mean, Oxygen used to be like that too. Do you remember Oxygen here?
Yeah.
Early in the day, you'd have, fucking the Revs, and you'd have, I don't fucking know, Ned's Atomic Dustbin or whatever the fuck they were called. All those kind of indie Irish bands that were there or thereabouts, but not fucking U2, you know what I mean? And I think EP does the same kind of thing as well, doesn't it?
I don't know anything about it. I've never been to one.
No, I haven't been to EP myself. My daughter was there last year. She said she was like right down the back of the crowd trying to get into the tent for the Wolf Tones. And did you see them this year?
No.
Oh my God, the crowd they pulled out. They played one of the folk tents last year, and they pulled like the biggest fucking crowd ever seen at the folk tent. The aerial shots of it are just fucking insane. So they were on the main stage this year, and they pulled the biggest ever main stage crowd at Electric Picnic.
Can't help but think about centrist dads losing their fucking shit at the success of the Wolf Tones.
Oh yeah, there was fucking.
I fucking love it. I'm here for it. That's
certain
fantastic.
RTE DJ who shall not be fucking named. You know, he was memed all over the fucking place. But
all of them doing that fucking Streisand syndrome thing.
Yeah.
Which I think is great.
And I mean, you'd 130 odd thousand
Don't
people.
look over there. Stop looking over there.
Yeah.
Where?
Yeah.
Just there. Right there. Don't look there.
Don't look there.
I fucking love it.
Exactly what it was.
Yeah.
You had 130,000 people singing that song that the Irish ladies football team got in trouble for singing. Do you remember?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, fucking say it.
Who are up the fucking ra?
Yeah. Which has nothing to do with the Provisional Army.
No, it's not. It's
At
literally
all.
a song about Celtic Football Club and a guy walking through Glasgow and he's seeing graffiti on the wall and he reads out, fucking graffiti on the wall as the sun was going down, graffiti on the wall, up the Celts, graffiti on the wall says we're magic, graffiti on the wall, and it says you are up the ra.
Did it not?
It's not even about fucking Ireland.
It was, wasn't it? There's something about a sailor.
Yeah.
And
I'm
the
a sailor man
devil.
from Glasgow town. I've sailed the world all around.
Yeah. That's what it was. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
it's a sailor from Glasgow. He comes home and he sees all this graffiti on the wall up around Celtic Park.
Do you know what?
That's
It's
what
like,
about.
and
it's
nothing like it, but it's the same thing as zombie being used.
Oh, don't even get me started.
Same thing as that. Whether you like it or not, and why she wrote it is neither here nor there. It's a great anthemic tune.
Oh, it is. It's a lot.
It is, and that's why it was sung. And they did not go, well, this is politically incorrect, so let's sing that. It's just a great anthemic tune.
And I'll be honest with you, it didn't even land on me why it's inappropriate until it was pointed out to me.
Yeah, so
do you know what I mean?
And I didn't mean to tell you.
I know.
I meant for a second. Let me go on for a second.
Yeah.
So that whole thing about up the rat, it's a great fucking tune.
Yeah.
And it rolls up, and it's anthemic, and it gets the crowd going.
Yeah, exactly.
And they're not singing it for political opinions or to make a political statement. They're singing a fucking song.
Yeah.
And who's making a political statement? Who's making a political statement from it?
Yeah.
Are the ones that are causing the damage.
Yeah.
You know
and I mean,
what
without getting all political as well, and I mean...
We swore we wouldn't do that.
I know, yeah, but there is... Look, it's hard to kind of talk about this without getting into some kind of politics, but a really good festival that's been going on, I think, 5 years now, is the Féile up in West Belfast. And it's a music festival, it's a culture festival, but it's a direct opposition to what's going on in the other community at that time of year. It's in July, yeah? So this is a cross-community, young people's culture, and it's not like Diddley Idle Dome. Okay, the Wolf Tones usually headline it at the end, but it's not that. Like Ed Sheeran has played it, Ollie Moores has played it. It's, it's a pop fucking festival. They have a dance night as well, like a dance music night, and it's completely cross-community. It's fucking, and it pulls huge fucking crowds. And this is going on at the same time as across town they're burning fucking bonfires with flags on it and shit, and it's just such a contrast.
Now that's a political statement.
That is a political statement, it is, but I'm just saying it's such a contrast in showing, like, you know what I mean? And it's always painted as a political festival failure, but it's fucking not. It's because it uses an Irish word in its fucking title, you know what I mean? It's always kind of, but I know for a fact that there are thousands of people from a unionist background, young people, who go to that every year because it's fucking, as I said, it's Ollie Moores, it's Ed Sheeran, it's fucking whoever. Do you know what I mean? You're not going to give a shit about politics if you're going to go and see the likes of them.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And that's it. And it's to go really fucking political, and then I'm going to let it go then, right? Fucking Bobby Sands said, fucking our revenge will be the laughter of our children. Our kids are laughing, we have our fucking revenge. And I'm leaving it there.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
I love Féile.
Sticking with what you're saying, the Montreal International Jazz Festival,
okay,
which has nothing to do with what you're saying, is 10 days long.
Right, okay.
It's the world's largest festival.
So it's the Edinburgh Festival for Jazz, basically.
I wonder,
Edinburgh's about 2 weeks, isn't it?
Yeah, but I wonder, does the Montreal Comedy Festival coincide? I don't know the dates.
I don't even know there is a Montreal Comedy Festival.
Is there?
Okay,
just for laughs. Right. Yeah, there's a huge one.
Okay.
And I don't know.
Oh, just for laughs, Montreal, yeah.
The first version of it was held in 1979, and it was founded by a guy named Alain Simard. And I've probably made a balls of his name.
Alain.
A-I-N. Yeah, it's French. Simard. The first successful version of it, the Montreal Jazz Festival, saw a modest attendance of about 12,000. Its headliners were Vic Vogel, don't know who he is, Ray Charles, who he is.
Yes, I know Ray Charles.
And Gary Burton, don't know who
that is. I'm not a huge jazz fan now, I have to say. I did download the 100 greatest jazz tracks of all time. I don't think I've actually listened to it, but I haven't.
I'm not a big fucking music jazz fan.
No.
I remember when I was in me... I have to say in my 20s because I can't remember how old exactly I was. We went to a jazz night. I went to a jazz day Sunday afternoon with my friends, and it was painful. For me, anyway.
Well, I had a very different experience. I was up in Derry, actually. Not going to get political, don't worry. It's nothing to do with politics. We were in Pater O'Donnell's up there, and then there's a little door like within the pub. Like, you don't even go out of the pub. You go through this little door in the bar, and you're into it like a fucking jazz club. Right? it's the Guido Bar, it's called. I think it's like fucking next door to Padders,
Yeah,
but it's
yeah.
obviously owned by the same. But like you've got fucking trad Irish music in here, and you got jazz in there, right? And it's all black velvet, and it's fucking blue lights. That's fucking fabulous. But there was a woman on that night. Jesus Christ, the voice.
I'm not saying they're not talented. I'm just saying they don't do the stuff I like.
Yeah, no, that's what I would have expected. Like, but I just got totally into this. Like that, great night. Now I've listened to loads of jazz, since, and it just doesn't do anything for me. But that night,
for me either.
It was just, it was magical,
Paul and Rock is in Zaplenic in Poland. And it was established in Paul, P-O-L, and Rock. And it was established
Poland
in
Rock.
1990. Yeah.
It's Poland Rock.
There you go. Yeah. No. Paul and Rock.
Yeah, so me and Rock.
Yeah. Poland Rock. Like, it's very clever. Mud baths, outdoors. Right. Costume and equality parades.
So hang on. Back up. So you have Glastonbury every year where they're praying it doesn't rain so it doesn't turn into a mud bath. And this one in Poland, it actually wants it to be a fucking mud bath.
Yeah, but I'm sure they have the weather to accommodate, yeah.
It was a mud bath.
But if it's warm and you're muddy and fucking wrecking up the place, figuratively speaking,
I suppose.
It's much more enjoyable than if you're cold and fucking wet and trying to get into your tent and wellies and get fucking rained on and bollocks.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's manufactured mud bath.
Equality parades. Massive food stalls. And most importantly, it's free.
Oh, wow.
Fucking free.
It's
record attendance.
Take note, Dublin City Council, Fingal and whoever else, There you go. Although we have, now in fairness, Fingal this summer had the whole festival in a van thing, which I think is a fucking great idea. It's local artists, musicians, poets, kind of spoken word stuff. But it's a van. It's like an old bread van, like a fucking square truck, whatever you want to call them, like a bread van.
Yeah.
And you open the back doors and it's got like a little fucking painting.
You know why it wasn't very well attended?
Why?
Because the first time I heard about it is you.
Fucking dreadful. Yeah.
The first time I heard about it is you saying it to me 20 seconds ago.
It was so poorly fucking advertised.
Fucking bullshit.
I seen a guy called JLOL. He's a rapper from Blanche, but when I've done a bit of kind of research, he's been on RTE, he's played Electric Picnic, like he's actually quite big. He's got 2 albums out. He was deadly, like he was really good.
Cool.
And then there was a girl from Ladies Well who's a poet and she's really fucking good. Like her stuff was incredible, and we were standing in the rain listening to this, you know what I mean? But it was just such a fucking cool idea. You rock the van up, you open the fucking van, the speakers are on the doors, fucking mics in the van, and like the van is your fucking stage, like, you know what I mean? You just rock up in a field and off you go, like, super fucking idea.
Cool.
A mini festival, like, and it's called a festival in a van. it's so
Poland
cool.
Rock. Pole and Rock.
Yeah.
Was founded Pristanek, Woodstock, which means Woodstock Station.
Oh, right, yes.
And it had to change its name due to licensing issues.
I've heard
raised by Michael Lang of Woodstock fame.
Right, and I'm going to get onto Woodstock in a bit. Not the one that you know, though.
Yeah. Again, it pushes up-and-coming and emerging acts, but includes a single major name alongside those rising stars.
Right, to pull in the crowd.
Which helps give them a leg up and pulls in the crowd, which is great. Yeah. Poland Rock is counted among the top 10 European festivals thanks to its massive scale and its spirit of peaceful rebellion.
And the reason that it's free.
Fucking deadly. All awesome. This shit I'm mentioning is on my bucket list. This is stuff I know.
Yeah, no, of course, yeah.
Rock in Rio.
Yeah, I mean, who doesn't want to do Rock in Rio?
I remember that from growing up.
Fuck me.
Established in 1985.
Is it that old?
Its record attendance was 700k.
Yeah, that was on the beach in fucking the fucking Copacabana beach, is it?
I think it was, yeah.
Yeah.
Its first lineup consisted of, and this is a great fucking lineup.
Go on, yeah, go.
Queen.
Right, okay.
Ozzy Osbourne. B-52s. AC/DC. James Taylor. Yes. Rod Stewart. Scorpions. Al Jarreau. Iron Maiden. Whitesnake and the Go-Go's. Fucking dead.
Rod Stewart and Iron Maiden on the same bill. Like.
I don't like 40% of them.
No,
but that would have been savage.
That's a pretty good lineup. That is a pretty good lineup, in fairness.
Roberto Medina created the festival, which has had incarnations across the world. Rio has had 9 festivals, Rock in Rios.
I know Lisbon's had it.
Lisbon has also had 9.
Okay.
Madrid is 3.
Right.
And there was one in Las Vegas in 2015.
That's right, yeah.
That fucking
yeah,
dead. Like, that's mind-blowing.
Yeah, now I
The
know some of the
organisation
Lisbon
that would have to go
lineups and
into
stuff,
that.
some of them are recent, very poppy. Like fucking Jessie J and stuff played it, and Ellie Gould, and that kind of, and come here, if that's your cup of tea, that's your cup of tea, do you know what I mean? But it's
Stay the fuck out of Rock and Rio.
exactly, yeah, now you have it, and it's, it's like, yeah, fucking Rock am Ring at the Nürburgring in Germany.
Yeah.
I mean, and that's solid metal and still is, like,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know,
There's loads of them.
There's no fucking diluting that one,
Glastonbury.
Yes.
What was Glastonbury's original name?
The Glastonbury Performing Arts and...
You were wrong at the second word.
Oh, okay. Go on.
The Pilton Pop, Folk and Blues Festival.
Yes. Pilton, yes.
Jesus, that doesn't exactly roll off the tongue, does it?
No, it doesn't. And nor does the fucking Glastonbury Festival of Performing Arts and Culture. Is that what it is? Something like that? Which is the official title of Glastonbury.
Well, that was the Pilton Pop, Folk and Blues Festival was the original in summer 1970. Now, the summer of 1970, it was established in the summer 1970, and a year later it came out in 1971, and there was a new iteration of it. Glastonbury takes place at Worthy Farm, and its admission was £1.
That's right, I do remember it being
The 5-day Festival of Performing Arts opened a day after Jimi Hendrix died of an overdose, for those that are interested. In 1971, the festival was renamed the Glastonbury Fair, Fayre, and the date changed to coincide with the summer solstice. There's the Celts again.
Yeah, jeez. Yeah, come here, listen, fucking Glastonbury is, I mean, it's a stone's throw from Stonehenge, so it is a very Celtic.
Celebrated. The solstice is celebrated at nearby Stonehenge, so it was all very... There were 12,000 people.
Wow.
That's a very intimate gig.
Yeah, it's tiny.
The pyramid tent was designed and built in the same year. This is 71. This is a year after the Pilton.
Okay. I didn't realise the pyramid stage was that old.
It was an homage to the Great Pyramid at Giza.
Right. I think they dropped it at, because the pyramid stage as we know it now is only the last 10 years, I think. So they probably had an original. And I do remember the original pyramid stage. I remember seeing a documentary of it, and it's like those, if you got a TP Wendy house, the fucking poles is all it was. Like, there were just fucking 10 poles in the fucking shape of a fucking pyramid.
Yeah.
Yeah, like now it's a full structure with, like, kind of filled in sides or whatever. It's all black and stuff.
Yeah.
But it was initially just a frame, over the stage.
I didn't think it was not that big a deal, but I didn't think I thought they had a fucking pyramid stage and it was just a bit of creativity around like that. Yeah. But it was all an homage, as I said, to the pyramids in Giza.
Yeah, but it was about channeling the energies.
That's what I was about to say. The whole pyramidal channeling energies thing.
Yeah.
And there's a whole theory of... This is all Egyptology, and I'm not going to go into it now, and I'm sure we'll get to it.
Do you know what it's actually reminding me of?
But let me finish just for a sec. It's about what the pyramids in Egypt were used for.
Right.
And they weren't burial chambers. That's the theory.
Yeah, they were kind of energy capacitors.
Yeah, and I'm not going to drift away from festivals around like that.
Do you know what's actually reminding me of, Del? Jeez, my ma used to watch one of those Australian soap operas years ago. I can't remember which one it was. But your one was mad into that new age stuff, and she'd sit under one of these little pyramid things meditating all the time in it. And it was just, kind of 4 poles made into a pyramid.
Okay, and there's a lot of people
do
believe in that kind of thing.
There, yeah.
But what I was saying was, that's what the theory is in some quarters of what the pyramids in Giza. It was a power source.
Yeah, an energy capacitor.
It's not that it channeled. Maybe it did channel energy from the universe or something like that. But there's evidence of a chemical reaction having taken place beneath the king's chamber in the main pyramid.
Vaguely, yeah.
Below that, there's the queen's chamber.
Yeah.
But there's evidence that there was chemical reaction taking place, and that generated energy.
Like a battery kind of thing?
Like a battery, like a capacitor. I think it was. I'm not going into it now until I look it up.
And we'll
do it in a future episode.
Yeah, definitely.
But the whole thing is, they're saying it wasn't a burial chamber. And if you look at the burial chambers in the Valley of the Kings, they're really ornate and they're highly decorated and all that kind of thing.
And there's lots of treasures and, sarcophagi and all that. And there was nothing in the pyramids.
Yeah, there's Khufu was the emperor associated with the main pyramid. Yeah, the pharaoh, excuse me.
Yeah.
And his name appears up in the top of a chamber in the top of the pyramid.
Right.
That's not accessible to people going to worship or anything like that.
No.
It's there's a sarcophagus without a lid in there. There's no evidence there was anybody of any kind put there ever.
Okay.
There was, the way they'd loot stuff and take everything valuable and desecrate and wreck everything else in the shop. Nothing whatsoever. Okay. But that's all miles away from festivals.
Yeah.
That's the whole thing.
It is a bit weird.
The pyramid stage in Glastonbury was chosen to be on the ley line that runs through the Vale of Avalon.
That's right, yeah.
Commonly believed to demarcate the Earth's energies. So that's kind of why it was chosen. So I thought it was just not a fickle thing, but just a random choice. Yeah. But it's all very deliberate and it was all very designed.
That's it. There's a ley line runs down Matthew Street in Liverpool as well. And if you think of all the musical talent that came out of there over the years, particularly in the 60s.
Yeah.
There you go.
Well, in 1971, Bowie and Quintessence were the first to perform on the pyramid stage.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
I don't know anything about Quintessence. I assume it was. But Bowie.
Bowie, absolutely.
David Bowie.
Legend. And that was the first time the pyramid stage was used. What year did you say it was?
1971.
1971.
Now, initially, it was 1970, but
but the pyramid
after
stage
a reiteration and a restructure and maybe a rebranding.
Yeah.
I don't know. And the pyramid stage was introduced for 1970.
And that was the main stage even then. I would assume if Bowie was playing it, then it would have been the main stage, yeah?
Oh, one of them. I don't know. Yeah. I wasn't there. I didn't read much about it. I didn't watch any videos. So I don't know.
So what you have now, you have the pyramid stage, the other stage, you have the John Peel stage, which is kind of, new in up and coming bands. You have West Holtz, which is kind of poetry.
And there's loads of tents.
Folk and stuff.
There's tons.
Yeah.
The
John Peel stage is a tent. It's just called the John Peel stage.
Yeah. It was in the first episode we did, I had the running order and the stages they were on of all the ones that I saw when I was there.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
So there's loads of them.
Now I've never been, as I said in the first part, I've never been, but I always watch it on BBC. I love it. It's one of my favourite weekends of the year, definitely. Wasn't great this year. Yeah, this year was shit.
Yeah.
But anyway.
But we've been there. Anyway, look, best music festivals you've never heard of.
Yeah, we were going through those yesterday.
Lente Cabinet, Twisk Parkland in north of Amsterdam. It's just one afternoon and one evening.
Okay.
Love Saves the Day. Excuse me.
I've heard of that one.
Love Saves the Day. Bristol, UK.
Yeah, I've heard of that one.
One of the best festivals in the UK.
Yeah.
Trip hop to drum and bass to dubstep.
Okay, so it's very much an electronic one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now I'm going to quote from Deadpool.
Huh?
What the fuck is dubstep?
I could be completely wrong on this, but I know dub and stuff is like it's a progression of ska, that kind of two-tone stuff.
I don't know, and I looked it up.
I
saw Deadpool, and I
do like the
saw Deadpool, and he says, "What the fuck is dubstep?" Mid-fight scene or something like that. And I looked up dubstep and I listened to it on YouTube, and I was like, I don't know what the fuck it is, even though I've looked it up.
Right, okay.
So don't know what the story is.
It's some ska derivative as far as I know, anyway. Yeah.
Haven't a clue. There's one called Distortion in Copenhagen in Denmark, and that's in late May or early June.
Yeah,
5 days of street parties,
cool,
underground nightclub events, and there's a 2-day grand finale at the Copenhagen Harbour.
Nice.
That sounds phenomenal.
Does actually.
That just sounds brilliant.
Does.
There is, and I don't know if I'm saying it wrong, but there's one called Astropolis Astropolis. Yeah, Astropolis.
Astropolis.
In
Astropolis.
Astropolis.
Yeah, because it's Astro. It's
or
astronaut.
Astropolis.
Yeah. Cool.
In Brest in France.
Oh, it's in France? I thought you were going to say it's in Greece.
Yeah, well, there you go. The 5th to 7th of July.
Right.
Electronic vibes all over the city. Local DJs perform every year from arenas to mystical stages in woodlands.
Okay. Not really my cup of tea. I'm not
yeah,
into,
but come here.
No, DJ sets
somebody doing a set in a woodland where it's lit and nighttime and smoke and that
cool,
Joy Ice, that'd be fucking dead.
Yeah.
I'd love to go.
See, Coldplay popped up in Grafton Street last night.
Who?
Coldplay.
Doing what?
Pretty busking.
All right. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Last night. Yeah.
Are they gigging over here? Or something like
they're playing the next 5 nights in Croke Park starting tonight.
All right. Okay. Yeah. That's how switched on I am to Coldplay.
Yeah. I wouldn't be a massive fan myself.
No, not at all.
But it's very much a FOMO thing, you know yourself. Everybody who's everybody is going to this gig, you know. Yeah, so they rocked.
I don't know anybody that's going to it.
Do you know?
No,
I know loads.
Nobody.
I know loads. My daughter's going.
Well, I don't know your daughter, but I know of her, and she's going, so that's one person.
Yeah, but
I'm sure it's going to be well populated. It's going to be full house.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's completely sold out. Sold out in minutes there, 5 nights or 4 nights or whatever it was. 200 and odd thousand tickets gone 30 seconds.
Well,
I don't get the appeal. Like their first 2 albums were okay, but they've gone very pop now. Anyway.
I'm just not my.
Yeah, it's not your genre at all. Yeah, well, they're not my genre anymore either. Like when they were indie, they were okay, but no, they've gone very, very pop, very mainstream now.
It's not even what is it? Earwig? Is that what they call
it? An earworm.
An earworm.
Some of their songs are.
It's not even that to me anymore. It's just fucking vanilla.
Yeah. Elevator music.
Yep. Please hold.
Sorry, Coldplay.
You know that music. Please hold.
Yeah.
No, not this fucking song again.
Sorry, Chris, but that's
the way it is. Some like, some don't. And if you're going to it, enjoy it.
Yeah, absolutely. Have a great
blast.
See, and this is the thing, like the likes of those events, and we're going to get onto this in a future podcast as well. Like all these big super gigs now that are happening, you know, it's almost like the music is secondary. It's just being seen there. And opportunities for Instagram posts and whatnot. Oh, look where I am. I'm at, you know, the big gig of the summer kind of thing. It's more that now than actually going to appreciate the music.
That's got nothing to do with the bands.
No, that's not the band's fault. I'm talking about the audience. I mean, the bands are happy to take their money.
That's not, you know? That's 2% of the audience.
It's not. No,
oh, it is.
I'd argue it's way more.
No,
way more. You look at Garth Brooks there a couple of years ago, sold out 5 nights at Croke Park. I'd wager 80% of that audience couldn't have named 2 of his songs before that gig.
I don't think that's true.
It was all marketing, it was all hype, and it was the place to be.
Country music is massive in rural Ireland.
In rural Ireland, yeah. But,
and lots of them travelled up for it.
I could be wrong on this.
You are wrong. I'd bet you're wrong.
I don't know. I just think there's
there was a whole court case about people trying to get him to stop, not play there.
I know that. I'm not about that.
But that would have lent itself to the popularity of it. And people, I'm fucking going to that. No, I think people were going for the pure enjoyment of it.
Yeah, for the enjoyment of it, but not necessarily the music. More so of if you're anybody, you're there. If you're not there, you're nobody. It's that kind of vibe now that just seems to be seeping into all these big super gigs. You know?
No, and hard disagree, man.
Okay, well that's how I see it.
Yeah, you're entitled to your opinion.
Yeah.
Even though it's wrong.
It's not. You go on You go on social media over the next 4 days and just look at the Coldplay hashtag or the Croke Park hashtag. I guarantee you, and it'll be all the beautiful people with their photos. Look where I am. You know.
You count them and talk to me in the next podcast about how many of them you found.
Okay.
Not how many hashtags. How many hashtags from different people that you found.
Okay.
You won't get over 1,000.
You will. It'll be trending for the next 4 days on Twitter. You need 100,000 at least to trend.
I'm not talking about hashtags.
Right, so what do you mean?
I'm talking about, you're saying these, what do you call them, the
beautiful people,
all these people,
influencers and whatnot, or wannabe influencers, or people who are being influenced by influencers.
You find as many as you can,
right?
And tell me next time,
right? Okay,
and you won't find over 1,000.
Right, and this is a top a topic that we are going to cover very soon.
Yeah, I'm sure we're going to cover it, but
it'll open your eyes to a few things. I
don't think there are many people just showing up for the image. I think there are people going because they genuinely like the music. There are more people going because they like the music than not.
We'll agree to disagree on that one.
Okay. Well, anyway.
Because I guarantee you, if Coldplay were playing in, say, the 3 Arena, right, kind of smaller venue, or heaven forbid, the Olympia, it wouldn't sell out as quick as Croke Park does. So whenever anyone plays Croke Park, it's the place to be. Everyone has to be there.
That's because the biggest bands are going there. That's why they sell out.
It's more to do with the event, I really think. Anyway, listen, let's move on.
I don't think so.
Anyway. I think, a lot of festivals are gone that way too, including Glastonbury, where it's it's the in thing to do now. It's the popular thing to do.
What is?
Attend these festivals, even if you're not into the bands.
I think that's really cynical.
Well, there's Electric Picnic, right? That just finished last week, yeah? Tickets go on sale the day after EP ends, yeah? For the next year.
For the next year.
No one's been announced yet. No band's been announced. It's already sold out.
That's people going because they have the crack there.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's more for the event than for the whole experience as it is to just going to see a band,
It's not the whole point of going to a festival, though.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, you'll always find something you like at a festival, I suppose.
I'm not seeing your point, though.
Yeah, it's... What I'm saying is genuine fans of bands are missing out because event junkies are buying tickets. There's what I'm saying, basically. Same with the rugby now as well. It's the in place to be seen now is the rugby internationals,
I think you're just an old man in a relatively
old man screaming
body.
At the sky.
Yeah. Old man gives out the cloud. Yeah. Okay, Abe, let's move on.
Well, a lot of people are complaining about the atmosphere at the rugby now, right? You do know that, right? It's more they're going on because all these, I suppose what clubs would call day trippers are getting up all the tickets, and they're not singing, they're not shouting, they're not cheering, they're just on their phones taking selfies and blah, blah, blah.
I've been to a couple of Leinster matches over the last couple of years and I haven't seen that.
Yeah, no, Leinster's different. We're talking about the Ireland matches, in particular the Six Nations. There's just no atmosphere at them anymore.
No,
because I don't. You have all these...
Hard to disagree on that as well.
Okay, well, have you been to many?
I was at one.
Okay, well, get on the fan groups, on Facebook and see everyone kicking up murder over them after every game.
Fuck fan groups,
No, but I'm saying these are people who are genuine fans and have been for years, and they're saying that it's boring as fuck now because they're surrounded by,
look,
people taking selfies and shit.
These are the fan groups where people popped up and they said, Bundy Key, he's not really Irish, though he shouldn't be on the Irish team.
No, I'm not talking about that kind of fan. I'm talking about guys that are, season ticket holders or whatever you call them,
Fuck that shit.
It is.
I don't agree with any
We're a nation of event junkies, Del. We really are. When the football team were doing well, everyone wanted a bit of that. Now the rugby team are doing well, everyone wants a bit of that. And if I can't even think of anyone mediocre turned up and was playing Croke Park, but they were told, this is the big gig, it would sell out in seconds. Doesn't matter who it is,
No, I don't.
Yeah,
don't agree with that.
Well, but then you're wrong.
Okay.
You're wrong. Anyway, go on, let's move on.
Polyphonic Monopoly in Italy.
Right.
Monopoly. Yeah, Monopoli.
Oh, okay.
Late July. 3-day festival held at Masseria del Turco, I think it is.
Right.
A historic building surrounded by olive groves in the Itria Valley near Monopoli on the Mediterranean.
Okay.
The lineups are hard experimental and softer sounds interspersed with yoga classes, chill-out areas and art exhibitions. That sounds deadly to me.
Yeah, you probably love all that. That's a bit
crack.
too new agey for me now.
That'd be the crack. I love it. Would you not go? Most of these are free as well.
Oh, free? Okay, well then, yeah.
Well, there you go. And you're giving out about people turning up. If it's free, I'm going.
Yeah. Right. Can't afford to go to all these big Uber events that are 300 quid a ticket.
We were through that yesterday.
Oasis, yeah.
Yes.
It's nuts.
You'd have to give me 300 quid to go and fucking...
Yeah. Although having said that, Glastonbury must be more expensive than that, I'd imagine. Have to be.
Yeah. Well, that was longer. That was, what was that? 3 days.
3 days.
There,
Well,
or
4
5
days.
days.
4 days.
Or 4.
But yeah, no,
yeah,
but I'm talking
whatever.
like a day ticket will be more than 300, I'd say.
Although
maybe not.
Well, you know what Google's for, don't you?
Yeah, I'll look it up later. It's not
No,
important.
I'm going to look it up now. I'm
Okay.
interested to know. This is all need-to-know information, man.
Okay. Why? Yeah. You planning on going back next year?
To where?
To Glastonbury.
I've got no hard, fast plans to go back to Glastonbury. I'm not saying I wouldn't go, but all these things that I've been through here, this list, I'm going to go to all of them. They're on my bucket list, my festival bucket list.
How are you going to manage that? Italy, what was it? Italy, Denmark?
Working into a holiday.
I suppose. Cheaper to go to Glastonbury.
I'm just typing this in, folks. I want to know how much a Glastonbury ticket is.
I think I remember looking up before and it was 500 and something a day. Something like that. That's pounds.
I'm sure. Yeah. I'm sure you would have looked it up because you've got such a love of the place.
Yeah, I'm dying to go, but just couldn't justify that. Couldn't afford that, never mind justify it. So if any promoters are out there listening and enjoying the show, I'd be happy to, broadcast live from Glastonbury next year. I wouldn't even charge us.
Okay. Well, Glastonbury 2024 sold out.
Yeah.
That's fucking deadly.
Oh, it always sells out. Jesus, sells out in seconds.
Tickets were 355 quid sterling plus £5 booking fee.
And that's for a day ticket.
And yeah, a deposit of 75 quid and the balance to be paid by the first week of April 24. Now, obviously, I'm telling you what it was like for last year.
Yeah, well, that's cool that you can put down a deposit because, Jesus, there's very few gigs that allow you to do that, is there?
But again, it's a festival.
Not even festivals, like.
Yeah, and your name's not on the list, you're not getting in. So, yeah. But a lot of the ones that I read out are free.
That's
I'd
awesome.
go to loads of them.
Yeah.
That'd be like crap.
Remember, we used to have things years ago when we were kids, they'll beat on the street and stuff. Do you remember? 2FM beat on the street in town.
Yeah.
Now, look,
I'm saying,
it was generic
with a
pop music, like stuff like that just doesn't happen anymore. Like our kids growing up have never experienced,
why did
things like the beat on the
street
street.
stop?
I don't know.
Stop because fucking scrouts wreck up the place.
Wrecking the gaff,
you can't have fucking anything.
That's it. We can't have nice things,
That's it.
It's true.
Yeah.
Just look at Paddy's Day in Temple Bar, for fuck's sake.
Carnage. But it's not just people running around wrecking the place and robbing people and mugging people and shit like that, because
happens in every
the majority of Irish people, that's
no,
just
absolutely,
small.
Yeah, we're not like that.
Yeah. But there's price gouging.
Yeah. Oh, big time. Oh, massively.
I saw headlines, the pre-booked hotel rooms were being cancelled and it was being put back up after Oasis
announced their
gigs.
Jesus Christ.
And it's bumped
500, 600 quid a year.
Fucking
a night for a room, yeah.
I had to go to a wedding in Dublin and it was far enough across Dublin for me not to travel back home.
Yeah.
And it stayed there for 2 days, a Friday and Saturday, and it cost me over 500 quid.
Yeah.
No food, no meal in the morning, no meal in the evening.
Just the fucking, just the room, like.
Yeah. And I was at a birthday party recently and there were people staying in the hotel, but I decided, I'm just going to go home. And it cost me 50 quid in a cab to get home.
So someone was
but it
saying
was a
last
significant
night,
enough distance.
Yeah.
And 50 quid in a cab to get home and a few hundred quid to stay in the room. No breakfast, no dinner.
Yeah. I was reading online last night that the Oasis gig in London, it would be cheaper to fly from Dublin, go and see them at Wembley, stay in a hotel in London and come home than it would be to book a hotel in Dublin for the...
So that's what you do, folks.
There you go. Go to Wembley.
Where are they playing? Marley Park?
No, they're playing bloody Croker.
Oh, were they?
2 nights in Croker, yeah. And
I'd say that's a big revenue stream.
Oh, it's huge.
Yeah, I'd say it's fucking massive.
Massive. 85,000 each night, you know. It's a big crowd.
So, gigs that are coming up. What ones
Yeah, just have to get me in the mood now.
Yeah. So do I.
I'm kind of raging. I didn't get a Coldplay ticket now.
No, I'm not. Why are you one of those people you were giving out about 20 minutes
ago? Yeah, total FOMO,
Fuck you.
See, I told you I was right.
Yeah, no. Couldn't be years going to Coldplay. I said earlier I'm going to the Australian Pink Floyd.
Yeah, no, I'd
going
love
to see
to go
them in December. Then a few days later, I'm going to see the Fontaines, DC.
I'm hoping to get to see not Coldplay. I'm hoping to get to see Crowded House.
Coldplay, folks.
Hoping to get to see Crowded House later on in the year, in October.
October 14th. I'm looking at it online here. So
Jamie
that's
Webster.
why
When's Jamie Webster on in the Olympia?
I haven't a clue.
See is he on there for me, will you? And please tell me it's not sold out because Logan is desperate to go. Keep saying I'll get him a ticket. Keep forgetting.
Yeah, okay, I will. You're ruining my fucking algorithm, though. You know that, don't you?
Come here, listen. There's nothing wrong with Jamie Webster. Jamie Webster is.
There is if you're not into that music.
No, come here. Actually, you would be into it. If you like Billy Bragg, you'd love Jamie Webster.
You see, this is what we were saying about Oasis. I wasn't saying it to you, was I? I was saying it to my cousin. I was saying to my nephew. I like a couple of their songs, but I don't like enough to listen to an album. And I certainly don't like enough to go to a gig.
Yeah, no, I listened to the hell out of What's the Story, Morning Glory at the time. Like, I would have had it on a loop. That and Park Life, I would have had on constantly.
Okay. Jonas Brothers are playing in September.
Yippee.
Yeah. Were Jonas Brothers, were they the guys?
They're off the kids' television.
South Park?
No, but they were on a kids' television show. That's where they came from.
But aren't they? Yeah, owned by Disney, isn't it? Yeah.
Or Nickelodeon.
They're in an
those
episode of South Park. It's fucking hilarious.
Yeah, it's one of those Nickelodeon shows or whatever. Kids used to watch it.
The
adult kids used to watch it.
The adult kids? Who you referring to me?
No, my adult kids.
All right, okay.
Would have watched it back in the day.
I watch all cartoons that I can. What's your guy's name? James what?
Oh, it's Jamie Webster.
Jamie Webster.
Yeah.
I'm just putting in the first.
And guys, if you're listening in and if you haven't checked out Jamie Webster, get on it, man. He is our generation's Bob Dylan. He's our generation's Billy Bragg. He's incredible. Absolutely incredible. So get on him.
Belfast.
Yeah, and then the next night is the Olympia.
Oh, yeah. Jamie Webster, November 16th. Still tickets available.
Lovely. Happy days getting them today.
Okay, 30 quid a pop.
Yeah, it's for nothing. It's absolutely for nothing.
Yeah. So, and the Pixies are playing. This is the day recording. Is the
they're playing
29th.
Tonight.
They're playing tonight.
Are they playing the 3 Arena or the Olympia?
I'll have to have a look, but bear with me a second because you fucked up my algorithm.
No, you don't need to listen. You don't need to look it up. It's fine.
Oh, no. Pixies will help restore my algorithm. Don't worry about it. I'm happy to do it.
Right. It's probably sold out anyway. Didn't even know they were coming to Dublin.
Pixies. The advertisement hasn't been great.
No, I honestly didn't know.
I just found them because it was like, you might like these because you listen to this. And I was like, might like them. I fucking love them.
Love them, yeah. This monkey's gone to heaven.
Yeah, that's probably not my favourite song.
Isn't it?
No.
I love that one.
They are playing, it's 70 quid a ticket. And
must be 3
the
Arena.
Spinning Wheel of Death is working on availability, so there mightn't be any.
Probably sold out, so.
Which I wouldn't be surprised. Well, it's not sold out. But so you can still get
Right,
tickets.
it's not sold out, folks. So 2 lucky listeners, the first people to text in with the answer to this question, will win 2.
What's the only thing that can move faster than the speed of light?
And how do you catch it?
Yeah. You catch it with ice.
Sorry, that's a throwback to me and Dale's radio days.
Yeah, okay. We didn't give that away either in those days.
Well, we tried.
We're certainly not doing it now. Okay, look. You've got a whole list of festivals there that we've been through over the last hour or so. So fucking get on it for next summer and go around across Europe and go to all these free, deadly festivals.
And if you want to go and see the Pixies in Dublin, tough shit, it was last night.
Yeah, as you're listening to it was last night. Yeah. Okay.
Right. First, last, best and worst, Al.
First, last, best, worst, what?
Gigs.
First gig, I think I was 14 maybe.
Wow, yeah.
Tears for Fears.
Wow, Logan, if you're listening, there's another one who likes Tears for Fears.
Yeah.
Logan's a mad Tears for Fears fan. Loves them.
What was that one? The Seeds of Love?
Yeah.
That was the gig, Woman in Chains. They did that.
Greatest hits on vinyl.
And I said that in the first one, I think. It was in the Point. Is that what it was called?
Yeah. The Point Depot, now known as the Tree Arena.
Yeah, which I'm going to in December.
Who are you going to see there?
The Fontaines.
Oh, the Fontaines, you're saying. Yeah.
But
sorry,
Tears for Fears, their song Woman in Chains, they had their backing singers rapping the lyrics. I can't remember what lyrics it was, but they did a whole section. It might have been the whole song again, but rap version. And it was kind of that you know the way you used to buy your albums and it'd be the extended version or the 12 inch.
Yeah.
It was that kind of thing, but it was deadly. And it was like, it was the first experience I've had of rap at a concert.
Okay, I've seen a few rap gigs. Yeah, that's awesome though,
yeah. So what was your next question?
Sorry, so that was your first, yeah. So first, last, best and worst. So
last was Elbow, just at the beginning of July in Trinity.
That's such a good venue, isn't it?
It's a great venue.
Isn't it a lovely venue? It's so intimate and it's just nice and chilled.
We were all dressed up to be pissed on because it's been the worst fucking summer in Ireland for a long time.
It's been bad. It's been pretty bad.
It did rain, thankfully. There was a lovely sunset.
Yeah, we got that for Texas as well, which I'm going to get onto now in a minute. But it's such a lovely, and it's mad because it's an outdoor venue, smack bang in the middle of the city centre.
Yeah.
But when you're in there, you'd never know you're in the city centre. Like it's just
The person that came up with the idea to have summer sessions in Trinity College because there's room for it
is a genius.
Just
absolute
a
genius.
Stroke of genius.
And that kind of, the what's the word I'm looking for? That kind of seashell. Shape stage.
Yeah.
It's just class.
It was like we were walking down Nassau Street and we were looking at the back of the stage.
Yeah, and you can see the kind of,
everyone gathered in front. It was deadly.
And no problem getting to the front of the stage or anything. Like, it's just kind of so chill.
Yeah, we're too old. We didn't bother.
I know I did. I was pretty much down the front for Texas, but...
no, I usually stand up the back.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I used to do that as well, but no, it's just like... Because it was so chilled and there was no pushing and shoving, it was nice and relaxed.
It's not the pushing and shoving, it's the audio.
Yeah, well, there is a bit of that,
I'm a big lover of fucking audio.
Yeah.
And it was just found the optimum spot and just...
I like to be able to see them,
that's what big screens are for.
I know, but for audio, you fucking might as well stay at home and listen to it,
No, I need good audio.
No, I love me live music. Yeah. Love live music. Right, so that's your first and your last. So what's your best?
Foo Fighters and Slain in 2015.
Yeah,
I think it was.
Jesus, what a gig that was. 3.5 hours? Was it
about that.
Something like that. Yeah.
Absolutely pissed right.
Yeah. Do you ever notice though,
but it was great.
If the lead singer of the Foo Fighters shaved, he'd be the image of the drummer from Nirvana.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not even going to... Yeah. Yeah, Dave Grohl is listening to this. Firstly, thanks for listening to my podcast. And
Your
I'm saying my
podcast
because Dave Grohl is my hero. So I'm saying it's my podcast.
There goes my hero.
That's the cabaret version of your song.
I'm loving this podcast. I'm getting to sing. This is great.
All right. What was the worst?
Worst gig ever,
Fun Loving Criminals at the Olympia.
Oh, I love the Fun Loving Criminals. Warning, this podcast may contain traces of sarcasm. Obviously, from earlier, not a fan of those.
Yeah, you were giving out about them in your last one.
Yeah, not a fan.
Not a fan either.
Yeah, no. So there you go. Okay, so that's your... Want me to do mine?
He's one... Yeah, we get to it in a sec, but let me say this. We were at the gig, and it's not that it was a bad gig. I just didn't enjoy the band. I didn't know why the fuck I was there.
Right.
But he was there, and he likes to, as most singers do, they like to communicate and build
I love audience
a rapport with the audience.
I love that. Yeah.
And he made a joke, and I can't even remember the joke, but it wasn't great. It was a knock kind of joke.
Yeah, like dad humor.
Yeah, so dad jokes. And nobody laughed, or a few people chuckled out of a sympathy laugh or something like that. And he went, Jesus Christ.
Hard crowd?
you crowds are really tough in Britain, and everyone in the audience went, ooh, for the longest time. And he stood back from the mic and he was like, what the fuck is going on here? And one of the other band members came off to him, whispered in his ear, and he was like, no, not Britain, Ireland. I'm really, really sorry. and that's why I don't remember his joke, because the funniest part was him trying to grovelingly apologise for what he just said.
But that's like Iron Maiden coming on stage.
That's also not why I didn't like the gig.
Long time ago, I think it was in the 80s, Iron Maiden played Dublin. And it would have been at the height of the Troubles as well, like, you know. And they come on, marching up and down the stage with a Union Jack, you know.
Yeah, I'm sure that was well received.
They were met with bottles, cans, shoes, I believe. I believe someone hit them with a shoe.
Which is an insult in Middle East.
That's right,
yeah. Because I remember some lad chucked his
from our Superstitions podcast,
at President Bush.
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
And he ducked both of them. And it was obviously he'd been taught how to duck. Don't duck until you see it. Right. See your man's action, like what direction it's going. He ducked, and neither of them hit him. But I was thinking, at the age I was, what the fuck is he throwing shoes for? But it's the height.
It's the height of insult. Yeah.
Anyway, and what are yours first?
Okay, first Blur the RDS in '96, the day I finished my junior cert.
Okay,
it was pretty cool. Or the day after. Like,
what album was that then?
That would have been The Great Escape.
Was that Park Life?
No, the Great Escape, the one after.
Okay.
With fucking stereotypes, not crowded house, country house.
Yeah.
The Universal. Yeah. Fucking great gig. I actually have the audio of it.
I think the only song I like by them is Song 2.
No,
I love Song 2.
Just not one of my favourite songs. Actually, now it's funny you mentioned that. They played Song 2 at the RDS for the first time ever. First time it was ever played. And he was like, we don't have a name for this yet, so we're just calling it Song 2 at the moment, yeah? The words were completely different. I have the audio at home, as I was saying, like, for the whole gig. And yeah, they played that, and they played Chinese Bombs. So I was among the kind of 30,000 first people on earth to hear Song 2.
Song 2 was class.
Yeah, now the chorus was saying, woohoo, did it? That was the same, but all the lyrics in the middle of the song, totally different. So they obviously, it was wild. They were recording their eponymous album.
Right, okay.
Blur. Yeah.
So what was the next one?
So that was my first. My last one was, as we were just saying, it was the wonderful Texas at the Trinity Summer Sessions last year, which is fucking brilliant.
It really is a good gig.
Charlene's amazing. I love Charlene's.
Not even Texas, because they're not the kind of music I like.
Yeah, the artists.
But the
massive
location.
Guilty pleasure. Like, I love Texas. I really love their stuff, and she's amazing. She's so funny. She's she's class.
But,
no, not at all. No, she's not like that. Man, woman's in her 60s. I'm only 40 odd. But she was.
In fairness,
she looks amazing on. In fairness,
I wasn't talking about her. You look like you're about 60.
I do.
So, yes.
Yeah.
So.
But they were
again. That's a joke.
Incredible.
Okay.
Absolutely incredible.
First, last,
best. Probably Blur at the Museum of Modern Art in Kilmainham about 6 years ago. It was on their reunion tour when they had just gotten back together. I arrived really early, so I got a wristband for the pit. It was right down the front. I had a really good camera with me as well. And they weren't like Lenny from the Fun Loving Criminals. They were fine with the big lens. I got some great shots. I still have them, actually, some really good photographs. But it was such a good gig. And they were supported by... did you ever hear of Bat for Lashes?
Nope.
She's, like I say, she is a solo artist. Her name's Natasha Khan, but her stage name is Bat for Lashes. I don't know how I'd describe it. It's new age, electronic. Don't know what kind of genre I'd even describe it as. But you have to check her out. She's fucking incredible.
Did you enjoy it?
Yeah. Oh, Jesus, absolutely incredible.
Which isn't that curious, because you were saying you're not much into electronic music.
I'm not, but this was more. I don't know even. It's not. It's not that kind of, like, she has this little kind of drum machine and she just kind of tips it, but her voice is just absolutely
right.
One of the most beautiful voices I've ever heard. She's incredible, and it's real arty kind of music,
Yeah.
And then Blur come on, and Blur were just fucking like, oh man, they just
Damon
rock
Albarn
the
is
place.
deadly. Yeah.
Oh, he's such a front man, such a showman.
Yeah, he is totally. Isn't he?
I am totally #Team Blur. Fuck Oasis. Won't be going near Crow Park.
No,
Right?
I'll be leaving Dublin.
Yeah. But anyway, yeah. So that's
First, last, best, worst.
Worst gig. Apologies. I can't even believe I'm about to admit to being at this gig. Never mind that else.
Is that what you're apologising for?
No, because I do actually respect Kylie Minogue as an artist. Yeah, Kylie Minogue, the Aphrodite tour. Lisa brought me, or I brought Lisa, or whatever you want to put it, and it was just shy. It was just fucking dreadful. She, like, the whole thing was the Greek gods. That was right. That was the whole.
See,
setup.
They get in everywhere.
Fucking Greek temple, and then you had all these like muscly guys all half naked, and just not. No offense, but just not my cup of tea. But then it was a reworking of all her hits. They were almost operatic. Like she's singing "I Should Be So Lucky" like a fucking tenor.
Right, okay.
It just didn't work for me.
Yeah, I can imagine it worked for me.
Didn't work at all. Yeah, it was very classical and very I don't know.
Yeah,
and
grease up naked guys and falsetto. No, that's not me.
And wardrobe changes every song nearly. You know, she's coming out with this more and more extravagant costumes. It was just like, meh. I'm done
very
here.
meh.
Yeah, just wasn't my
so your worst out was my worst.
But I will say, you know, Airworm and stuff wise, fucking Kylie Minogue comes on the radio. I'm not rushing to turn it off. Do you know what I mean? Like she's okay.
I am.
I know she's all right. Look at come here.
But that's not Kylie. That's not Kylie. That's most radio. I don't like pop music.
There's only one artist, and I know it's going to be very controversial, right? Because this guy has so many fans. There's one artist who I just cannot fucking listen to is George Michael. I just can't stand his voice. I just don't know what it is. It's probably because my sister was a huge Wham fan and just played their tape incessantly.
That probably has something to do
for
with
20. Well, obviously not 20 years. For about 4 or 5 years when we were growing up, and it was just constant. You know.
I just
can't stand his voice.
Went through a stage and I always had earphones in and always listening to music, and I decided, I'm actually just gonna fucking engage with the world a bit and things around me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so I made a point of not putting my earphones in, but I always had them in my bag.
Yeah, I never go anywhere without.
I got the bus. I got the bus I was living in Meath, and I got the bus to Dublin, and got on the bus, and the driver had the radio on. I was like, grand, okay, I'll do this, and went upstairs and sat down, and as I sat down, George Michael came on, and I went, nope.
Okay, so it's not just me then.
Fuck that shit.
It's not just me then. Okay.
No, I don't like me either.
Because anytime I say that on social media or anything, I get like lynched.
Why would you say it on social media?
No, like you'll see a post, someone say that, like, you know, what artist will make you turn off the radio?
Oh, right. No, I don't go in for those posts.
I know, I tend not to.
No, I know what you mean. Yeah.
But I usually get lynched when I say that. You know? It's like, fucking hell.
It's like, yeah.
You have some passionate fans, definitely.
Yeah. So, look, everybody listen, you've got your list of festivals.
Yeah.
And free festivals in Europe. So it's now just coming up to September 24. So save your money, and next summer, go in June 25, start going interrailing around Europe and just go to all these free festivals.
Yeah.
You've had your warning. I've given you loads of time.
You'd now delve single and unattached, wouldn't you?
Build it into a story. Like. I'm just going interrailing.
Yeah, do it, man. Do it. Jesus.
That's it. Festivals.
Yeah.
That's my new bucket list.
There you go.
I still have my bucket list, but this is my festivals bucket list.
Cool.
All right?
Cool. Yeah.
Okay, everybody. Look, we will see you on September, Friday, the 13th for Very Superstitious 3.
Awesome.
See you later.
Slán, lad.